welcome to the Explorers League. I'm User with Dan, and these are my players. Wonderful nerds that will introduce themselves now. Who's first on the new overlay? What have you done, Shadows?
Abby.
Joey.
Oh, we usually pass to me.
Oh,
we have a system, Dan. We have
Jen.
a system.
Sorry, I was going down, not across. In that
I mean,
case,
I kept the system the same, so you can go either
sorry,
way.
my bad. Well, I went down instead of across. Yeah, it's a new layout.
Jen.
Because Shadows is awesome. Jen.
Yes, a new shiny layout. Hi, yeah, I'm Jen, generator server on the internet. I play our terrifying Sombra, Jean. She never made Inspector, so she can't be Inspector Morse. But yeah, don't touch her girlfriend. I'm looking forward to today's session. Hopefully we crack some heads finally. Ryan, over to you.
Hi, I'm Ryan. I play our beloved Joey, who everyone loves and does not find creepy at all. And yeah, that's really all I have to say. I believe I pass on to Gerbil.
Hi, I'm the Lazy Gerbil. I play Timothy Lockhart, who definitely finds the Toreador very creepy.
Isn't it meant to be Shadows next? But oh well.
No.
Shadows.
Shadow after Gerbil.
Shadows.
No, I'm pretty sure I go before Gerbil, but whatever. It's fine. Doesn't matter.
It's
Chaos.
yes. There's Jean, Joey, Timothy, Lucia, and then me.
Oh, okay, interesting.
I couldn't find the list on Discord. Someone should really pin that. Everyone.
It is pinned.
It is
pinned.
Where? I can't find it pinned.
Anyway.
We're off to a
look at that.
fantastic start.
We are mere minutes into the show, and we're bullshitting. Anyway,
Shadows. I play the lovely tech mega billionaire that is Lucia, and don't touch her girlfriend or she'll sick some robotic dogs on you.
Yeah,
She may be acquiring robotic dogs soon.
Yeah,
be careful.
Lucia is a rich bitch.
Also, I feel like we don't say this enough. We're playing characters. They're very bad people. We're not them.
Oh yeah,
So-
100%. This is
anyway,
our characters.
But
Also,
before we get to that spiel, Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah,
Yeah.
or Conquistador de Estrella, and I'm playing the venturecative Lauren Tennant, which the way saying that out loud makes me sound like a venture capitalist, but I'm not. So yeah, then we can go on to the actual shilling.
Yes.
Okay.
So to start with, Vampire the Masquerade is an adult-themed setting where horrific stuff happens, and on a disturbing with disturbing regularity. If you find any of the content too much, please step away. Self-care is best care. And beyond that, we have a Patreon if you feel we're deserving of your support. It is at patreon.com/The Explorers League. We have a YouTube channel, which one day I'll link down below. We have, obviously, this Twitch channel. We have a Twitter. It's twitter.com/League Explorers. And is that it? Oh, we also have a Discord, which again will be linked down below someday. It will be linked in the YouTube channel, so if you manage to find that on YouTube, it'll be there.
Can I quickly pimp something out that I was on? Just
Sure.
because I was on it, I might as well help my friend out.
I mean, sure.
My
but-
friend Eliza, her channel is Eliza GWR. She did an episode that was a tribute to the first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! In honor of its creator's passing, and yeah, I recommend checking it out. It was a fun video. Just
Fair
looking
enough.
up the first few episodes of that show is like, it's cheesy. Does it hold up?
And anybody else wanna use my platform as a self promo?
I was more
Hey,
going
this
to
is-
say that you don't necessarily need to support us monetarily. Just share this with
Yes.
people so that we can actually get.
Oh
more
yeah.
views.
Yeah, you know, find us on YouTube, like, share the video, like, share and retweet, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, the VODs for these sessions should usually be up like within a couple of days on YouTube,
Yeah,
right, Doozer?
and yes, definitely uploading them on time. That's what I do.
And most importantly, this is a game. We are playing characters. Our characters are not us. Anything that our characters do does not reflect on the players.
Yep. If
Only in
actually-
your fucked up
I'm actually
imagination.
I'm actually 100% like Sheen in real life, just constantly beating people up.
Anyway,
the
moving
worst.
swiftly onwards. Doozer, take it away. Let's start the game.
so, we start. It's a nice, bright, sunny day. No, it's not. We start. It's a everyone dies. We start. It is a cool night. There isn't a cloud in the skies. The stars shine brightly overhead. There's not much foot traffic outside as the camera sweeps over London. We see a few cars going by here and there, mostly taxis. And the camera shifts to Lucia. Lucia, what are you doing right now? Having awoken. Also, can everybody give me a rouse check, please?
Sure, let's see Joey Nugget consequences still.
Oh, karma is coming for you.
Are you still at 0 hunger?
Yes.
How?
Yep, we are now 7 sessions in, and Joey has refused to just get hungry ever.
Okay, at this point, I'm tempted to just extinguish his vitae out of pure spite.
I am tempted to just drink some of it. Because if I drink levels of hunger out of him, he gets more hungry and he has to deal with it.
Yeah, but then you have to eat junk food, so.
Okay,
No,
anyway.
I think he still has to roll to see if he gets hungrier.
Oh,
I
He
just did, and he succeeded.
Again,
No, I mean, if you feed off him, I think he still has to roll to see if he.
No,
gets
it's
hungrier.
it's a
'cause
trade.
I'm
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm actually taking essentially levels
Oh,
of
okay,
hunger out of him. It's
Okay,
how I
fair
was able
enough.
to torpor that Zamichi.
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a
in
straight
that
trade,
case-
and also not 1-for-1 if you have a much higher blood potency. So,
So,
Yeah,
Lucia,
blood potency is weird anyway.
what
well,
is
I'm
Lucia
heading to a
doing?
ranch I just bought
Yes, you are.
because Lucia hungry is a bad thing.
She's
Yeah,
hungry.
I'm hunger too. This seems to be like my default at this point.
Same
I
here.
will not accept that default. My default hunger shall be 1. I bought horses for
Hmm.
this.
What's this hunger
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys speaking about? What are these hunger you guys speaking
Shut
about?
the fuck up.
Has anyone heard from their beast? I've not heard from mine lately.
I might eat someone just to join Joey at Hunger Zero. Just fuck it.
So, Coterie decision to throw Joey to the wolves then? All in favor?
So Michael Harris turns up at the dollhouse.
Anyway, Lucia is at a ranch.
Lucia is at a ranch.
Is she now a horse breeder?
Yes.
Nice.
I mean, she herself, no. But she has people for that. She paid good
yes,
money.
obviously. Technically, she would have to turn up to just make sure that her people are breeding them properly, but whatever.
Anyway,
She just gives them a good inspection in the terms of she numps on the horse a little.
Okay, I mean, there's no point in making you roll, so you get down to 1 hunger.
Yay.
And presumably you are going to go and meet Joey before everyone
Yeah.
else turns up.
I told Jean to I don't know, go do her stuff because I was gonna go get a quick num at the new ranch.
Yeah, I don't know. She's probably not feeding, but she's still doing the like pulling people over and like just making them feel like shit. Just terrible.
Well, if you're doing a hunting roll,
She's not feeding or anything. She's
Yeah.
just bothering people.
She's just being herself.
She's just being a cop.
Yeah.
Act casual.
Let's not get into that, shall we?
I mean, look, depending on how much you do that, I might make you roll, and I might make rolls of my own.
And it's just like one or two.
Fair
Not
enough.
a big thing. It's just
Fair
actually
It's just
start
for
a
the
night,
thrill.
you know.
It's like
Fair
spaced
enough.
out over the night as well, so it's like you're not
Fair enough.
not just like stopping 6 people in a 20-minute stretch.
Yeah.
Impersonating a police officer is a crime. Anyway.
Don't.
But when there's no police around, everything is legal.
Anyway,
That's not how this works at all.
conversation.
Anyway, the camera, we see Lucia begin to feed on the horse, and the camera shifts. And we see Lucia later on appearing at the dollhouse, making her way inside. And the camera shifts to Joey. What is Joey up to?
Joey's on here, probably in the garden on the swing seat. The camera looks over, sees Fio's phone. You just see a few job applications that have been sent out and whatnot. You're just swinging there, getting ready to start night shifts at a few various locations near the SI headquarters for future plans.
Okay.
I feel like no one tells Joy that Lucy's coming.
Probably not.
I mean, unless Lucia turns up invisible, Joey, you will get you'll get a message saying that Lucia is here.
I mean, you're
Honestly, I just
assuming that
expect-
Lucy A doesn't know all the back entrances and B doesn't use them.
Yeah, to be fair, whenever we're doing stuff, I just assume Lucia's just already sitting in the car.
Uh,
And it's like we just sit down and then she just makes herself
okay.
visible. It's like, so what are we doing now?
Okay, in that case, Joey, Lucia is using your back entrance.
But
Moving
The
swiftly
club's
onward.
back entrance.
ironically, Lucy, as you walk through the door of the club, you get a text from Joey saying we need to speak tonight.
It doesn't get a response, and she goes up the stairs, opens the door, and goes, I think we
Oh,
were
that was
thinking the
quick.
same, or you had a premonition.
I did not have a premonition, sadly, but I just need to speak to you. You know, my side of the deal, I'm going to be looking for guards and whatnot to bring to our course. I just need to know if you'll be able to help me arm them with your, finances.
Oh, if you need money, sure, I can give you an account. We're gonna wait a couple months, right?
Yeah, it's going to take me a while. It'd be
Okay, because
much
I have
easier-
some big item expenditures. Might be buying half of a company. Well, more than half. I need a controlling stake.
I miss being rich.
It is fun. So yeah. About that. She gets closer and sits down. I'm not gonna tell the two goody two shoes because I feel like they might have an issue with it. But I'm not gonna plant one bomb under the building. That building's coming down.
Really?
Yeah.
So,
Figured you might want to know. Might help you decide on who
Yes,
to send.
So if we do that, you'd have no issues if, say, a few innocent. If I can't get that many guards, which I probably honestly won't because that'll bring too much attention. But if a
Just
few
no kids.
casually dressed, I mean, of course not. Kids have done nothing wrong. You have to
Yeah.
wait for them to get older before we can blame them for the shit they did.
If you want to send in some useless people, that's fine.
I could probably. That would mean speaking to the homeless.
I mean, I can find plenty of people who are useless and not homeless.
Yeah, again, when I start my new jobs at a local cafe, I'll just go for the asshole. You said no children, but what about say if a bitch of a mother comes in?
Just I don't know. I guess I'll be spending some extra resources on orphanages soon. Sure.
Right then, that's good. That does make this a lot easier as long as the bleeding hearts don't find out.
I won't tell them.
That's good.
No, I
that's
think
good.
they'll figure out that a building collapsed. So, may
But-
talk it up to. Actually, I might just not say anything.
Yeah, and if the building collapses, some civilians being caught in the crossfire of the falling building, they can't really blame me for that.
I mean, they were there. They're clearly not innocent.
Sure. Yeah. But I will need time to kiss more people then. Luckily, my abilities with that discipline has just increased recently.
Oh, lucky. I'm still trying to work out how to not have to hide from people before going invisible. It's really annoying.
Your blood will surge at some point, I'm sure. Yeah.
I don't know.
So what do you think would be a cute cover name? I'm trying to think of one.
Do you have anything else?
No, she's actually thinking for a cover name.
Okay.
And at this moment, as
Jackie.
Lucia considers.
Jackie.
I don't have a Scooby. Unless how's the robot dogs coming along?
I mean, like Chan,
Ah. Sorry, I
Jackie,
misheard you.
not Shaggy.
Oh, I misheard you. Apologies. Again, I'm going to say Joey. I'm keeping that. Joey did just mishear.
I don't know how you turn Jackie into Shaggy, but okay.
And at that point, a waitress comes in and offers you a drink of the special menu.
But Joey does not need.
I imagine Joey is definitely one of those kindred that has bottles of blood that have different resonances.
Oh, definitely.
Like,
I ate before
this
coming
thing-
here.
And so she offers to Joey.
Joey just waves it off because Joey doesn't need it right now because of the whole, hunger never increasing thing.
One day.
One day
And
you're gonna
the,
just.
the waitress just takes the bottle and leaves.
Well, if that's everything, I'll text you the details of the account. How much do you think? Have a bill?
Yeah, that should be nice. That should be nice.
Okay.
Plus, it will allow me to actually buy the uniform for this place because
I don't think the uniform should be more than like £30 or something.
I know, but using your money is better than using mine.
Fine. I'm gonna
So
go speak with some lawyers.
sounds good. Later.
Lucy leaves to go buy
Let me
a controlling
let me
stake
know-
at a company.
let me know if you need help with those drones.
That's what I'm going for.
Thumbs up as you leave. It just stays there swinging, filling out, job applications and whatnot.
Yeah, you link the next scene.
And as Lucia leaves to go and buy a thing, the camera pulls backwards, and shifts to Mr. Timothy Lockhart, who's standing in an alleyway.
If I may. So Timothy has hired a private limo. You know, those like limousines that rich people hire because they're too good for Lyft.
Okay.
And they pull into an underground parking garage. And standing next to a rather large, like a U-Haul, or the UK equivalent, is a man in his mid-50s of Asian descent. His hair is thinning and gray, and he has the bearing of a general.
Okay.
And Timothy opens the door and walks out of the limousine and goes, "Julian, it's been quite a while since I've seen you."
What's the deal? I assume you didn't call me here for a social engagement.
I need to outfit a tech team. Explosives, armor, weapons, the whole thing.
Raises an eyebrow. Not asking for you don't ask for little things, do you? It'll cost you.
It always costs something.
Yeah, but I'm not talking money this time. Something like that, it's going to cost you a favor. He's smoking a cigar.
And Timothy takes a drag on the cigarette and... Who do you want me to take out this time?
Some fucking idiots in Ireland that started shit. They hit they hit one of our contacts and managed to piss off a few power players over there. So we need somebody unconnected to us to go over there and deal with this quickly and quietly. We can give you the gear first because there's no immediacy on this particular mission, but it does need to be done soon.
As in the next 2 months?
No, not that soon. It could wait. We want things to settle down a bit. We don't want them on edge. We want them to be unsuspecting, so they won't know you're coming. Right now, they're expecting us to barge over there, guns blazing.
Wait for them to get nice and cocky and then slap them down.
Exactly. It's a trick we've done a few times before, but it works every time.
Some things just never change.
Ain't that the truth?
And Timothy walks over to the back of the truck. It's all in here then?
Yeah, I got some of the stuff. Some of the other stuff will take a little longer to get, but got some of the weapons at least. And it's just basic stuff as like assault rifles and all that jazz.
Could I say that 2 suits of full tack armor are in there?
Yeah, okay then.
All right. All right. Pleasure doing business with you, Julian.
Always is.
And he shakes his hand.
Yeah, he shakes your hand. Just does a little like salute with his cigar, and once you have all the stuff loaded into your limo, he gets into his SUV and pulls away.
And I assume the dollhouse has an underground garage, right?
I mean, I would imagine it does.
Ryan?
Really? Ryan? Think you're muted. You are. Let's just say it does, because Ryan.
Sorry, I was someone was speaking to me about something important.
Okay. Does the dollhouse have an underground garage?
Yes, it would. It does.
Okay.
Okay. So Timothy would group text. Well, actually, he would text you, Joey. Joey, I have gear. Meet me in the garage.
All right then. Joey would send you the code to the private garage. Then, the one exclusively for friends and his personal vehicles.
So, if you don't mind me taking this just a little bit longer.
Sure, we got time.
So, as the limousine pulls in, he gets out and basically pays the driver to take a bit of a break and wait outside until they're done.
The driver does that because, money.
Money, it gets you everything you want.
Joey, I've got some goodies that I think will be useful for the crew. I'm pretty sure Lucia will be chuffed with at least some of it.
What you get? Do you need me to call the others?
Probably. There's more stuff coming in anyway. And he opens the trunk, which is empty, then lifts up a false bottom, and there are two sets of full tack armor, like crates of Kalashnikovs, which are AK-47s, and the corresponding ammo, and I would assume a crate of grenades.
Joey texts the others, and it's just a message. Come to the club. Timothy read your Christmas lists.
Depending how long after, Lucia's reply might just be still on a business meeting.
I assume this is, a few hours later.
Okay, and Timothy does
Then still on a business meeting.
Timothy
I
does.
mean, given that you have like a couple of months, we're doing like a montage over a couple of months. This could be a few nights later.
Okay, that's better then.
Yeah. This would be a few nights later. So Timothy does say to Joey, don't worry about the armor. We'll all get our own sets eventually.
I doubt I would really need it. I'm not planning to engage in combat.
Still, wearing the armor would give you would just be that added bit of insurance.
But at the same time, I'm going to be working in a cafe, and I don't think my current employer would be okay with me walking into a cafe in full tactical gear.
Fair enough. And
I'm sure that would raise many questions.
It would be a memorable work evening rather. What are you idiots laughing at? What did you do?
Don't worry about it.
So, does the coterie go to the dollhouse?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, Jean just sort of slinks in like a big cat. Yeah.
Timothy tosses a pair of brass knuckles your way. That hopefully will trick any dumb fucks, any people who don't know about our condition. Basically, so your punches don't look supernatural, hopefully.
I mean, that's really hard to fake. I mean, sure, thank you.
I'm more thinking about the aftermath than the during.
There's a few brass knuckle insignias on them. They just think you beat them to death they'll probably just assume it took longer to beat the person to death than you actually did.
And he pulls out a set of tack armor. There are 3 more of these coming in.
Are those 2 sets of tack armor?
I was under the impression that I was getting armor and gear for everyone.
Yeah, you will, but you only get about half of it right off the bat because they've got.
Yes, I say there are 3 of more of those coming in eventually because we only have 2.
That is.
Yeah, right. Me being a
That's
dead
one
right.
more than we need.
That is full combat dress. How
Yep.
did you get that?
Timothy created a private military company.
I think
He
that
has
was in
3
character.
No, that was in character because it's like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Even with knowing his background, it's like that's a lot
Okay.
of inventory to just
He
suddenly go missing.
pulls out a business card and hands it to you, and on it says Lockhart Security Services.
Mhm.
You've been operating London for a while. You've heard of them.
Yeah, it's like she looks at this and is like, okay, so
I was
Yeah.
the founder.
I gathered the occasional shipment disappearing. 5 full suits of battle dress. That is something a bit more noticeable. What's
I
the
don't
catch
think
for
they
these ones?
disappeared.
The catch is we get to kill some dumb fucks in Ireland.
Wonderful.
So the British pastime then.
Wow.
You know what? Let's not.
We are playing our
Um,
characters. I'm just going to say that one again.
Yeah. Okay,
I do not condone what Joey says.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, full battle, whatever. Like, favor or not, doesn't this risk like burning your contact? If this gets back.
He's the director of covert ops. These are completely unmarked. There is no way to trace them back to the company. That's how the company operates. It's all generic. There is no branding on any of the weapons and gear. If we are abducted, we are meant to look like we are meant to blend in with the people we're working for. So,
I mean, if we're abducted, we have bigger problems.
if we're abducted, then
3 of us can just make our arresters forget what's happening.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point being, my contact's job is to do this sort of thing and not get caught.
Okay.
Anything else in there?
He pulls out a crate of grenades.
Ooh.
They're
Do you want me-
military issue fragmentation grenades.
Do you wish for me to augment them, or should we use them as is?
Can I get a couple?
I mean, this is for the group, so have at it.
I
She
might need
has
to get
already
some
brought the box over. Like, help
I might-
yourself, babe.
I might need to go to the nearest petrol station, get some bags of flour.
Really? That?
It's effective. It might not be pretty, but it is very effective.
All I
I mean,
know.
I guess.
all
Can you get us actual C4? She says that she's like picking out a couple grenades.
That's
there isn't much they can't get you. Like the limit, like I said before, like I said off show is the limit is vehicles. They cannot will not get you vehicles.
okay. 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 Timothy is doing some mental math and going maximum 2 bricks. They wouldn't notice that.
All I know is Timothy, you clearly have flavor. You didn't get me anything special. It's like you don't even care.
We don't even know if you can use half of this stuff, Joey. We've never seen you pick up a gun.
I can't.
And Joey, honestly, you have such an impeccable sense of style. It'd be almost blasphemy to suggest you change it.
I don't know. I could see a Toreador pulling off military chic.
No, I think we can all agree that Joey is already the bomb.
I am just joking, of course.
Oh, God damn it.
My weapons are I have okay skill with a blade and my tongue. Very skilled with the tongue.
Yeah, you can tie straws and knots with it.
Timothy just says, the limit is vehicles. They cannot and will not give us vehicles. But anything else, as long as it's not too close together, I can get us pretty much anything.
Okay. I think there's a couple impound yards. I can probably just give the guard, like, I don't know. How much do you think a bribe goes for these days? 1,000 quid?
It seems excessive, but I mean, sure.
I'm gonna
Wait, you can bribe for lower than that?
Just go at 1,000. You'll have a good Christmas.
Do you understand how haggling works, Lucia?
Yes.
I don't think.
But 1,000 is not worth it.
I think this is one of those things that she's too rich to understand.
I mean, I've spent the last couple of weeks haggling to bring down from a couple billion to a more manageable hundreds of millions.
What was it you said your family's business was in again?
We don't have one?
I mean,
I imagine Lucy has probably never really dived too deeply into her family's businesses. Because I imagine there's a part of her that doesn't want to know.
Yes, the answer is yes.
Let me just say, gas of all sorts is a small part of the portfolio.
Do you reckon you can get us a... Do you reckon you could get us a staff car?
I mean, I can just get us a couple cars that were impounded and no one would care for. That way there's no paper trail to them.
Sort of, not so much paper. It's not the paper trail I'm concerned about. We need something which has the right image for what we have planned.
Oh, and while we're on the topic of planning, do any of you mind taking a trip with me to Ireland to deal with that little problem in, say, a month and a half?
I mean...
Can we have this in 2? Or I guess now it's been a month on something.
Like, Timothy, if the smoke clears and you're still standing, I will gladly help you.
We should probably
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Jean has her fingers crossed behind her back.
Way to put your neck out there, Jean.
Oh, Jean, we both know you don't give the tiniest shit about me.
However, this one we might need to actually do it anyway, just because they are currently our supplier for most of the things we actually need, and it's probably a better idea to keep them in semi-good graces rather than just flip them off and take all their shit.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I feel I'm not really needed for a paramilitary operation in Ireland.
Oh, and
you can be the company piper.
Timothy reaches down at the very bottom and pulls out a Barrett 50 cal.
Talking about Ireland, I am gonna go near the end of the month to the Isle of Man, just to, not be in the island when things happen.
Oh, I haven't seen one of these beauties in a long time.
John Moses Browning, right?
Do you mean for the attack, Coterie?
Yes.
Like all of you fucking off to Ireland would be a great way to get out of town while things blow over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I'll be halfway there.
Hmm.
I'll probably actually stay there because I don't need to be part of
you
the
can
actual
you can
attack.
travel from the Isle of Man to Ireland as well.
Okay, so can we
Yeah,
time cut
halfway there.
to us? Can we time cut us to us getting to Ireland?
Well, no,
I
because
mean, are we
that's
gonna go
after the
forwards in time to then go back?
After that.
It's not happening until after the attack and everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
I
we're
mean,
not
I'd
doing.
love to.
We're not
Like, hey,
Bill
we
and
just
Tedding
beat the
this.
FBI. Yeah.
I
That's
was
Beans
confused about the order of operations. My bad.
Hold on.
I mean, we
that was
could
Wayne's
cut
World, not Bill and
forward
fucking Ted, okay?
And
If we're going to die, we're dying to the SI, not some random schmucks in Ireland.
All right. So, what do we do next?
I believe next, Lauren is doing a thing.
Yep.
Lauren's going hunting for a pilot. She wants someone to whisk her away.
He already has Tim.
I was about to say, if Lauren doesn't mind, Timothy would actually want to go with her to the military base because he's nervous about his girlfriend.
Oh, I thought Jean was.
That's
going
why Jean's going.
Yeah, because otherwise Jen's just sat here for the whole episode.
To be fair, I can work you both into the cover story. Jean's the driver. You're possibly my adjutant or my.
Okay, look.
You're the gopher. You're the one I sent to do shit.
Okay, look. My reasoning being, I'll let you two do the talking, but my reasoning being is Timothy does not trust Jean at all.
Lauren probably knows this, but is playing into it just with like, all right, okay, I can just fold you into the cover story as well. It's like kneading dough. You just fold in more butter.
Okay.
Anyway,
so we skip ahead, and Lauren is. So what do you do to find this pilot, this helicopter?
Presumably, the initial stage would be with Lucia's help because she can basically hack everything. It'd be more just finding the specific service record, service numbers, the registration of the aircraft, and then therefore what airbase it is stationed at. And also, there will be like 3 crews for that one aircraft, so that it is ready to go at a moment's notice, no matter what time it is.
Okay.
So she's basically going to try and just see which one is the night crew, because that will be the ones that we're hijacking.
Okay, and in that case,
how much of that was already available, given what she already acquired?
Yes, you did get quite a bit. You got you got the escape plan. You got the base it's coming from, but you wouldn't know specifically which helicopter, because that's a case of whichever one's available, or it could basically you'd have to go and scope the place out.
Yeah, logically there would be probably 2 helicopters and 3 shift rotations for each helicopter, so that they're ready to fly as soon as possible, because it's an emergency thing. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that one of them is broken, and that the one that we're actually using is we're replacing the night shift crew.
So what's the next step of the plan? What are you doing?
Go to the airbase because we actually now know which, or it's either airbase or army base, kind of interchangeable these days. Because we know which one it'll depart from. So it's basically just on the grounds of a base inspection. Surprise!
Okay.
So she's actually going to. Would you allow me to source an army officer's uniform?
Sure.
I mean, we need like 3, right?
Yeah. So we have well, let's. Jean, do you want to be a rating or a junior officer?
Oh, rating.
Okay. Yeah. So senior officer, junior officer, and rating uniforms.
I guess I'm the junior officer.
Yes.
Okay.
You're the colonel's adjutant. You're the one who goes and does stuff for the colonel.
And as they pile into the car, Timothy just leans into you and whispers, "You know, one day these roles will be reversed."
Maybe.
I think that translates to not fucking likely.
It's funny because it's true.
Yeah, I assume as part of getting the uniforms, we also have fake IDs for them.
Yeah, that would be
not like super good ones, just enough that somebody just on the gate isn't going to question why there's a colonel doing a sudden inspection.
Yeah. Are you getting Lucia to get you fake IDs?
I mean, I have masks, so I could probably make them myself.
Oh, okay. Then in that case, yeah, you can do that. So you turn up to the base in question, and you're approached by a youngish military officer. He's just a lieutenant. He's can I help you, man?
Yes, I've decided to conduct a surprise inspection just to make sure the third watch crew and the third watch staff on the base are up to scratch. We all know that graveyard shift tends to cause a bit of laxness in the troops, so I decided I might as well keep them on their toes. But don't tell them we're here. They're not supposed to know this is an inspection.
Right. I wasn't given word of anyone coming by though. But
That's because it's a surprise inspection.
Yes, that is the purpose of a surprise inspection. There's no point giving forewarning that I'm going to be doing it.
In that case, can I see your credentials, please?
Of course, and I will hand over the fake IDs.
Yeah. And he looks them over. He does the thing where he like looks at that, looks at you, looks at that, looks at you, and then just hands it back. Everything seems to be in order. Please carry on. And he goes into.
And Timothy looks into this guy's eyes, and I am going to use Forgetful Mind on him.
Why? He's then gonna wonder why you're here.
Oh, you know what? Never mind.
Yeah, he's gonna be wondering what the hell.
Sorry, my brain did a derp. Never mind.
He's gonna see that you're here and pull the alarm.
Sorry, my brain did a derp. My brain did a derp.
That or come right back out and be like, "Why are you here?"
When all you have is dominate, everything looks like mind scramble.
Yeah,
my mind did a derp.
I mean, if you want to edit the memories, you can edit them to be a different kernel.
You guys just end up in a time loop.
Yeah. So
explain why you're here. Forget.
Explain why you're here. It lasts for so long. The sunrise.
May I explain what I was trying to do?
Please.
Sure.
Forgetful Mind allows me to rewrite memories.
Oh,
yes.
I mean.
Oh, is this the 2.1?
This is the 3.1.
Oh, okay. Right, okay. Yeah. Oh, so I can see I see the reasoning now. It'd be like editing the memories so that it's not specifically seeing our faces.
So he is editing. He is basically going to say that they were different kernels, and he is going to give vivid descriptions of people who look nothing like us.
Yes,
Okay,
I
yeah.
understand the logic now. That actually makes sense.
He's an unsuspecting mortal, so you're able to just do this. Please give me a rouse check to see if you get hungrier.
Nope.
Yay! He just seems to blink for a few moments, and then he just goes back into the booth and presses a button, and the barricade raises, and you're able to go through. As you go through, you see all these vehicles, like helicopters, armored personnel carriers, a couple of tanks, like all sorts of things, and then you get to what you're pretty sure is your helicopter that you're after. And there are guards patrolling at random intervals, going in random directions. So you might have a guard pass that way, then another guard pass that way, then another guard pass that way, and just like.
Oh, I am actually going to play into the cover a bit. So once we get out of the car and I'm just wandering around the base, I am actually going to go to the main base headquarters and just scare the shit out of whoever's on duty.
I am holding a clip.
Please. I am
holding a. Can I assist her by holding a clipboard and looking directly at people and noting something?
I mean, same.
God, you're a charity worker. Sorry. Any I've got nothing against charity workers, but anytime you see one on the street, they're like got a clipboard, they're like, would you like to answer a few questions of survey? God, no.
No, but this is like the military. I've seen you do something wrong. I am writing it down.
Sarah, out of curiosity, what's your intimidation like?
My intimidation is which one's it? I have 3, and I have 3 dots in leadership as well.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Okay.
So I'm either
I'll back
going
you
to,
up.
yeah, I'm either going to just terrify them or just get them to do random sort of PT training in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you can either roll leadership.
I'm pretending to be that kind of officer.
Yeah, it's leadership manipulation or intimidation manipulation.
I am going to rouse for this one, so that's what, 2 dice, or is it 1 dice?
It's an extra 2 dice.
It's 2 dice, and then I think you're getting 2 from Jeffrey and Jean as well, so 4. With the
I get hungry. Shit.
Oh well, yeah, you've got an extra 4 dice though.
So intimidation, manipulation.
The added hunger only applies after this roll.
Oh, okay. Actually, hang on. In that case, I'll need to rejig that. Yeah, before that's actually a good thing that you read, because I was about to be rolling it with my hunger that was then. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So intimidation, manipulation with a +4. Nice.
That was that's a surprisingly average roll.
I mean, that's better than average, but you can push it.
To be fair, 4 successes is still pretty decent for something that's just to basically maintain or recover rather than get anything specific.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 is very good, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're a colonel. These guys are just grunts and they're on the night shift. They don't care. They're going to be like, yes, sir. No, sir. Do what you say, sir. Like, they're tired. They're not paid enough to question, and they don't care. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, they're paid specifically not to question authority.
That is a good point. That is also a good point. So, yeah, you do a pretty good job of scaring them into line.
I'm specifically waiting for when they think I'm not about to do something, and then just like turn up. Literally just open the door very forcefully and just step in, yes, I've just been watching everything that's been going on.
Oh, you're the worst.
I really hope she busts into a game of cards.
That's how military officers work, though.
Gina's gonna find one, step on their boot, so that leaves a scuff mark, and just be like,
oh wait, before you say anything,
Why are you not up to standard?
No,
and like force them to do like way more push-ups than everyone else.
Gene,
Just
if
full
I
cunt
could,
energy.
Gene, if I could, before you do that, the moment you
Mhm.
scuff his boots, Timothy walks over and goes, "Your uniform is not up to standard." And he notes something down. Clean your boots, latrine, and give me 20.
Sure. Before he
so-
leaves, before he turns to leave and clean his boots. Now with your tongue. This is actual drill sergeant shit. Like,
Yeah, to me, I'm just watching this happen with like a very impassive eye. Like, yep, this is the same shit as always.
Yeah. So basically, just being mean to the soldiers and bullying them because you're horrible people.
Again, we are not
they
our
deserve it.
characters.
It's not being mean, it's hazing.
Quite.
Anywho,
So you find your helicopter easily enough. There is a pilot in the front seat and 2 guards sat in the helicopter.
Yeah, because they'll be in permanent state of readiness because they need to be called upon at any time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm literally just going to step up to the helicopter, not like actually go inside, but just kind of step up to the door and just like get the attention of one of the guards. Now, what is this? Why is this one in full state of readiness?
And like before looking at your rank, he says, "It's classified, man."
Do you want me to go through the entire process and come back with the declassification warrant, or do you just want to skip that time, skip possibly being chewed out over it, and just tell me what it is?
This is going to require a persuasion roll of.
I would think leadership and charisma or manipulation.
Leadership, charisma. Well, no, it'd be leadership subterfuge because you are lying through your teeth.
Manipulation. Leadership manipulation.
Sorry, I be derping.
Okay.
It's leadership manipulation, and I'd say difficulty 4.
I'm gonna rise again.
I mean, we're backing her up, so I mean,
And
Timothy has leadership.
No, I don't. I'm a soldier.
I
Got a
got
leader.
5.
He still seems slightly hesitant, but he looks at the other guard, and the other guard's like,
Okay, he goes, and at that, with the hesitation, Timothy said, "That's a direct order from a superior officer, soldier."
And he does like stands sits a little straighter. It's like, our orders are to maintain a constant state of readiness in the event we need to in the event we need to depart the base and go and collect some VIPs in order to transfer them to their desired location. Sir.
Very good. That is standard procedure. Good work, soldier. I suppose you will be here until the morning watch comes to relieve you.
Yes, sir.
And Timothy looks this. Okay, just so I'm completely clear, this is the night guard.
Mhm.
Yeah, the night shift.
These particular guards will be on this helicopter during the night shift.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
these are the ones that we replaced during the changing of the shift from the evening
To
shift
all
to the night
the-
shift.
He
Roll
looks.
to dominate people. Anyone has to merge directive.
No,
Enough.
but I have forgetful mind.
That-
The
Not as
embedded
helpful.
directive is .3, isn't it, or is .4?
It's .3.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
That's
have
what I'm
high
asking.
enough dominate yet.
No, you
I
neither.
don't have enough dominate yet.
So I do have Forgetful Mind, which I was going to use to basically go, hey, when we come around next, we are authorized personnel for this helicopter.
I don't know if it works that way.
You could edit their memories so that they think whatever you've just said is that you are authorized personnel for this aircraft.
Sure,
I guess.
Yeah.
Like all it says is you can rewrite somebody's memory up to 10 minutes.
I mean, you could rewrite the memory to be like, hey, we agreed to meet at a point off base. And we'll just sort of do that to all the night shift workers. And then they can mysteriously fall ill, you know?
Okay, I'm just wondering how I don't want to abuse this power.
Yeah.
So
no, it's fine. I just wanted to be sure how you were using it. So
I mean, for God's stop it.
okay. As you please roll to do this memory manipulation, please, because
if it's a like discipline roll, it would be dominate manipulation.
okay, then please roll dominate manipulation.
It should say on the power what role it is.
That's a best.
Yeah,
that's a beast crit.
So that's
yeah, you might want to re-roll that, buddy.
You can't.
What?
Well, I could.
And you can re-roll. You can re-roll the top 10.
Okay, willpower re-roll.
And it's no longer a bestial crit, so
it's for successes still.
Yeah. It's still 4 successes, and
I mean, assuming that you were rolling 10 now, yeah.
Yeah, it's 4 successes.
Right. I mean, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you managed to successfully. I assume you do it to both.
Yes.
Okay, then.
Would you like me to rouse both too?
Yeah, please do it again.
I don't get hungry.
Hell yeah.
Welcome to the team.
Please roll a dominate.
I already did that.
Oh, did you roll dominate manipulate twice?
Oh, twice.
Yeah,
it's once per target.
You know what? I'm gonna rouse for this. And I don't get hungry.
Risking it for the biscuit.
And it worked out.
Solid.
As a note, if you crit, the memory is set and cannot be broken through interrogation of it.
Yeah, but that's a bestial crit.
Yes,
I mean,
I know what I'm saying.
If we're gonna go for this one, then we could easily just have the bestial crit just be Venture's shit because he's pretending to be an officer.
Yeah, it could be the Venture. It could be the Venture compulsion of arrogance.
I mean, it's DM's choice, regardless.
You know what? You know what?
If you're willing, I would take 2 bestial crits.
I mean, okay, I'll allow 2 bestial crits. Nothing seems to happen. It seems to work. You seem to use your abilities successfully, and they seem like they are adhering to your will. What do you leave now, or is there more?
I think that was everything. Just to clarify, because my connection's dropping, what memory is it you're putting into them with this?
I am implanting the memory that we have been authorized as personnel like designated to operate this plane, this helicopter.
Okay.
Right.
So we're essentially putting ourselves in the shift rotation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That works.
Fun.
Stop.
Is your cat being annoying?
He's trying to eat my rule book.
As Timothy takes a step back, you notice that both the officers are staring at Timothy now. Not with any particular intent on their faces, but they're both just looking at him. You don't know what this means. You don't know if it's an after effect of your ability.
Timothy
says step forward.
Mm.
He just tells them to step forward.
Oh, sorry. They both step forward.
Timothy, you hear in the back of your mind, and good job, Private Lockhart. Look at these weak soldiers, not like back in our day. Like, we had real soldiers back then, not these toys. Just you just hear your beast whispering that into your mind.
Okay, Timothy just says, resume your normal duties.
And they go back into the helicopter.
Well, I think we should possibly conclude my inspection and then head off before people get a bit too suspicious.
Okay. The officers don't take their gaze away from Timothy.
Oh, good lord!
Can I insight this? Because we know that Antigen has discipline training.
Yes. You can roll a wits insight if you would like. Difficulty 3.
Timothy, do you have insight at all? Because you can back her up, maybe.
Nope.
God damn it. I don't have it either.
That's 2 successes.
Yeah, I'm going to willpower that one that I
it's
can
risky.
reroll.
Why are you hunger 3? What the hell?
Because I keep rousing and getting hungry, so I get 3.
Right.
Yeah, Timothy's role was Timothy's attempt to dominate their minds was maybe a little too successful. He's broken their wills. They are now, they're now essentially thralls to him. He's broken their minds a little. They'll recover in time, but for now,
actually, in that case, I'm just going to say to both Tim and Jean, just wait. Head back to the car. I just need to do something real quick.
Sure.
And when Timothy specifically is out of sight of the guards, I'm just going to go forget, and just walk off.
Okay, they both forget, and
because that is actually a problem. Just creating a couple of thralls.
Yeah, I thought doing that would be more interesting than oh, you killed them both.
Yeah, I was like,
does that take away the programming though?
No, stuff like that is implanted into the brain. It's that's why dominate abilities are so goddamn terrifying. Because one of my characters did that. I made them walk all the way out of the city, the long way out of the city, in order to get them out of the club that they were guarding, warehouse they were guarding. And I just said, please walk outside of the city slowly and forget. And so that each guard as they came along. It was fun.
Yeah, no, I'm just more doing this so they aren't quite so fixated on him right now.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought that would be a more fun result of.
Oh no, yeah, that was good. I can imagine that this would have actually come back to bite us if I hadn't been able to spot this.
Yeah. So yeah, you managed to make them forget, and they both sort of just what?
As you
And
were.
Yeah. They,
And with
they,
that,
they,
she
they both
just-
they both sort of look around as if there's something they should be looking for, but they're not sure what. They don't see it, and so they just sit back as they were and carry
it's like
on chatting.
Oh,
quietly.
Lauren has already left by that point. She just said "as
Yeah.
you were" and then just wandered off because
Yeah.
officer.
Yeah. So they have been appropriately recoded. And
Jean will get the door for Lauren as she approaches.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Oh, you're welcome. This has been a very fun night.
And then at the moment Timothy is about to get in, she closes the door, right?
Oh no, I mean, I assumed you were already in the car. Right?
Oh yeah, Timothy was already in.
Yeah, she didn't get the door for you, but like,
Yeah.
You went a little too hard on the mind crush there, dear.
Oh, so that's what that was.
Mm-hmm. They were. Well, I've been around enough of our sort of group of people to realize that they would have jumped off a cliff had you ordered them to.
Gino getting in there just a mirror. That's the hottest thing you've done so far.
Wait. At that, Timothy just goes, "Aren't you a lesbian?"
I'm pretty sure she admires power.
Nailed it.
The sexual dynamic of this group is so fucking weird.
We are kindred. It would be nothing else.
Yeah.
Our group sexual dynamic can be justified as tags on Pornhub.
Jesus Christ. Well,
You
you
beat me
broke
to it.
Gerbil. Look what you've done, Ryan. You broke Gerbil.
I'm just glad I didn't hear half of it.
No, I knew what quote was coming up and I wanted to get it myself, but like, we got it. I can't believe we ninja like this. Anyway, Gene will drive her through
I feel like someone needs to clip that.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I don't know why that got me so bad.
Anyway, moving along, you nerds. You're all the worst.
I rescind that comment. I have
don't
said
know
nothing.
if Team 4-Star can like sponsor us, but they should. So yeah.
Anyway,
away we go.
so you drive away and the camera sort of pulls.
Damn it!
up
I can't
and-
clip it.
What?
Yeah,
Why can't you clip it?
I cannot actually clip it because it's like actual explicit language. It refuses to be clipped.
God damn it!
Wow.
That is so stupid.
And like 80% of like what Gene says is explicit language. And so what am I meant to do with this?
Today, Doozy, you need to tag our channel as 18 plus.
Whatever.
I thought he had.
Yeah, I thought like whatever. I'll check that. See if there's anything I can do about that.
Anyway,
moving swiftly away from that particular comment.
one could say with copious amounts of grease. And there goes
Anyway.
shadows.
And
God
now,
damn it,
now
Sarah.
and now you've broken shadows. I didn't even hear all of what you said, just something about grease.
You said moving swiftly on, and I said, yeah, possibly with copious amounts of grease.
Okay.
I have so many regrets.
So So let's move away from the sexual contact. What's Joey doing?
Let's just move away from all the sexual innuendo.
Okay, so we don't cut to Joey, clearly.
Clearly. Joey's never seen again.
Because he's a walking sexual innuendo. Anyway.
Joey has actually been the least sexual character in this entire fucking campaign.
It cuts to Joey holding a fishing rod.
like
It's like, this is my firm rod.
No. It cuts to Joey with the fishing rod. He's standing next to somebody and he's going, no, see, the trick is you need to get a firm grip. You need to have a firm grip on your rod.
You'll realize what he's doing, right? There's so many better things to say there.
Anyway.
The key to fishing. The key to fishing is how you work your rod.
Cut to somebody, please.
And
this is the session where we all lost our minds.
This is it's bold of you to assume we ever had any to lose. So the camera fades and we cut to black and we fade in on the next night. What is everybody doing now that the initial preparations are underway?
Joey, after getting his job, totally didn't just walk in, use enchantment, and be like, "Yeah, so I'm working here now."
Fair enough. I'm going to assume Joey does it a little more intelligently, but yeah,
yes.
Okay, you managed to get a job there.
I do the interview post. I do it legitimately, but I do use enchantment to guarantee that they give me said job.
Right. Okay. Yeah, you managed to get a job, and there are definitely people from the SI headquarters that come over, or the Antigen headquarters come over, and
So Joey's plan for a few nights is simply, work less, smile, be friendly, would not use disciplines because that would be stupid right next to the, hey, headquarters of the SI, look at me using disciplines. No, Joey isn't that dumb. So Joey would be using his natural charisma to try to befriend the people.
Yeah. So yeah, you managed to. Let's see how well you do with that. Please roll a charisma persuasion.
Rouse, because you have no consequences.
Yep.
Yes, rouse.
And no consequences continues.
I'm looking forward to eating Joey eventually.
This is
to bring this full circle.
This is just increasing the idea of let's just eat Joey so he's hungry.
And I have two questions, Dooza. Would my stunning add to this?
Oh, definitely.
And Joey would be a bit flirtatious with those that are acceptable, so could I add that?
And no, because that's just part of what you're doing. The stunning you can add, but
But could I have a specialization in flirting?
Oh, right. Okay, then in that case, yeah, sure.
Okay. So that's a total of 6 additional die to this roll.
Jesus.
Right, because stunning is a +4 to any social rolls.
It's +2.
+2.
Yeah.
It's a 4 dot merit, but it gives you a +2.
Yeah.
Because +4 would be broken for a single merit.
Then it's plus
super broken for Siren.
Yeah. And then there's +2 because of my rouse, and then +1 because so it's 5 die. +1 because of my specialization. Okay. Always double check your maths.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna willpower that.
Okay. Okay, yeah. With 7 successes, everyone loves you. Everyone just people start coming in specifically to see you, just to be around you. You start drawing in a crowd. That's how well this goes. You are really toreadoring it up. You are in your element. You are charming everyone.
And of course, over the course of a few months, I'm charming these people. Now and then I, will take a few privately and, lingering kiss, the totally not creepiest spark and easily the most messed up of the kindred disciplines.
Yeah. The lingering kiss is one of those abilities. It's like, oh, well, if you do that, you can do this and this and this and this. And it's like, okay, stop and actually consider what you're doing to somebody with lingering kiss.
Lingering Kent is literally just content warning the ability.
I think that's vicissitude as well, let's face it.
True.
A fair warning, my backup character, Dominic Ashwood, is content warning the character.
Oh, wonderful. That could be for chapter 2, where it's just extra spicy.
Also, Joey purposely is going to try and not lingering kiss anyone that he may consider targeting for his other thing, just because he doesn't want the crossover.
Yes.
But if he does notice anyone that takes his fancy, he would save them for save those away in his brain for later.
It's like, you I'm adding to the lingering kiss list, you I'm adding to my basement list.
Yeah.
But but I'm assuming there's only a limited number of SI people that I can
target. You managed to get a few. You get a few. The majority of people are non-SI though.
Yeah.
So there are certainly SI agents that come along because they enjoy just being around you because you're just that charismatic.
Yeah. But I would only lingering kiss SI agents that I feel are, really low on one, ones that hell, if there's any janitorial staff, I'd probably try and get that. Because then they can get into places which would be very devastating when I order them to attack.
That is true.
Yeah. Pretty much the plan here for Joey, because when he's not just going to hang out with the Coterie, Joey's plan here is lingering kiss, get them really addicted, and then on the night of the attack, the plan is, I will give you weaponry, or I will give you a place to pick up weaponry, pick it up, get into your car, drive into the building.
Cause chaos, choose violence, basically.
Yeah, it will be get into your car, and for the people that work inside the building, it will be go to work as normal, but at this particular time, be a deer and, start causing chaos inside.
At the appointed signal, choose violence. What's the appointed signal? You'll know. Car drives through front entrance.
Multiple cars.
I believe that's the appointed signal.
No, I'd give them the proper thing. Yeah. And Joey would, of course, just be enjoying for the month, just being the center of all these people's attention.
Yeah. So,
but it's not completely bad thing. I would make sure all these people's mental stats are increased for.
So, for
the last few days.
Okay, so for the duration of this month, Timothy is basically going to coordinate with Julian and get the rest of the gear that we need.
Yeah, you did that.
And he is basically going to do the drill instructor thing of training everybody the basics of how to use a firearm, because even if you don't use them regularly, if you at least know how to field strip them, you can deactivate it.
Okay, in that case, Timothy, can you roll a charisma leadership to see how well you manage to instruct everyone? And everyone, can you roll an intelligence resolve to see how well you pick up what Timothy teaches you.
Could I use Timothy to drill instruct the people I'm lingering kissing, not the SI agents, the non-SI? Could I bring them to Timothy for, it's just a fun little game of, hey, this guy's going to train you to do some shit.
Okay, I roused, and so
Lucia got all
charisma,
all the successes.
Literally every single die was a success.
Dear God.
What am I rolling again?
All right.
You're rolling intelligence results.
I will willpower.
Pick up
I will
the
willpower
instructions.
those two.
Like, my girlfriend can be whatever she wants to be.
Okay. I got 6 successes total.
Jean got 3 successes.
Mhm.
I got 5.
1.
Yeah, so I would have said the difficulty would have been 3. So you all managed to retain the information.
I got 1 success.
So you all know how.
Everyone except Lauren manages to retain the information.
However, I do already have a dot in firearms.
That's
So-
okay then.
You all know.
You're just not paying attention to Timothy.
I'm hungry. I can just justify it as like I wasn't paying attention because I was thinking about food.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing time skips that allow you to eat your hunger back.
yeah, I was just gonna do is like she'd forgotten to eat for a couple of nights, and then was just like going through the briefing. It's like I am really hungry.
Okay, so all of you know how to A, properly point and shoot a gun, and B, field strip a gun.
Yay! You all know how to gun.
And can I say?
Is
Can I
there
say that-
anything? Good.
No, you go, Shadows.
Is there anything for the 7, 8, 9 successes? Digital crit that Lucy got?
Lucy should get a dot in firearms.
I mean, I think that's enough to, allow her to buy a couple dots with XP later on, but I'm not wasting my XP on that.
I mean, a temporary dot for...
You do so well at memorizing the mechanics of how firearms work. I will allow you to forego the roll needed to put firearms on your drones.
Perfect. Meant.
However, because it's a bestial crit, you're also super paranoid about this plan and about something going wrong. And it's because this is an overtime thing. It's a lingering paranoia that just lasts.
Background paranoia, the best kind.
Yeah.
Doozer.
Yes.
Can I say that I also, with that role, trained Joey's militia?
Sure. Let's see how well they collectively pick it up.
We're training a group of Karens here, people.
Yeah. They seem to get the basics, but you're not convinced.
Can I spend one of my willpower to let them re-roll by telling them to do better?
Sure. Okay.
So re-roll 3 of those.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. You managed to get them to. You managed to give that little extra push, and they pick it up. They know the basics of handling guns. And so what's next on the agenda?
I mean, I think it's finally time for Lucy's make a robot montage.
True.
There's
a lot of that.
It's time to roll technology win.
But before we get to the make a robot montage, I just wanted to have like a little aside with Lucy.
Okay.
It's the scene where you see a giant ass drone and Lucy's like underneath the drone on a skateboard and you pull her out and she's greasy.
They're actually very tiny by comparison. Like they only go up to like your shins.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're more Lucia leaning over a desk.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, you can pick up the robot dogs.
Yeah, so you wanted a scene between you two?
Yeah. Just for the whole Isle of Man thing. I think Jean was kind of blindsided by that. So yeah, she comes in and sort of stands behind Lucy and pulls her into like a hug.
I love.
Hey. So, you're not going with everyone else to Ireland?
I mean, it's close enough, and also I'm just gonna, if you guys are gonna go straight from, building attack helicopter thing to Ireland, might as well not leave the Isle of Man. I mean, I don't want to be in, the island when helicopter attack happens,
Yeah, that's fair.
Plus, the flat is lovely, and you can, pass by on your way.
I'm not a huge fan of you being away from me.
I don't love it either.
I get that it's probably the safest place for you.
The other option was France or Norway. So
we've already done Norway.
Yeah. I did spec out a nice little cozy place in Paris, but figured crossing international borders might be a bit of a problem.
I can swim or walk.
I mean, I could probably just walk through the tunnel.
No,
Invisible.
if you'll get hit by a train.
Fine. I'll, just touch them.
Sure. Well, I don't know. In case things go badly, on my end, and Jean will take Lucy's hand and give it a kiss. You are the best thing that ever happened to me.
She uses the fact you've grabbed her hand to get your hand closer to her, to like herself, and kisses that and goes, nothing's gonna happen to you. I'll make sure of it. And if something does, I don't think London's long for the world. I'll make sure if anything bad happens, there's gonna be fireworks.
That's my girl. And Lucy's gonna hit play on a record player thing. She'll send off the needle into place and pull Lucy into a dance. Very much distracting her from her work, but yeah.
I think that the dance might be subtly led towards the back room on the side.
And At this point, Timothy, you hear the door open a crack. You hear the door open.
You're
Might see
presuming the door is unlocked.
Yeah,
If that door
that door
opens,
is.
I'm kicking something at it. Like,
Okay, he is walking towards Lucia's shop, hears music, and goes, you know what, I better not.
He does the Grandpa Simpson thing, like goes in, spins around, and then goes back out.
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
I wish, wish
And-
you would see Lauren just sitting with an officer's saber, just practicing against the plant.
Yeah, and goes, they're having a moment, so don't interrupt them.
yeah. I think we close that scene out on
Planning
Yeah.
to.
on like Gene winning and Fergus.
Aww.
And if we could transition over to Timothy and Lauren.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think we just did transition, so.
All right.
Cool.
So as you're practicing with the saber and goes, you might not make it out of the mission.
Well, that is kind of par for the course for any combat engagement. You try and prepare, but really all it comes down to is getting yourself and the ones under your command home.
And at that, he actually stops you with the sword and makes sure you're looking at him and goes, I've never said this out loud, but you saved me.
What do you mean?
Before I met you, I was a monster. And I'm talking worse than Jean.
Has her rough patches, but she's all right.
I was a thrall to my sire. I didn't question her. I killed anything and everything she wanted me to. And I enjoyed it. I liked having that power. I liked being this. And then I met you. And if I'm being honest, the first time I met you, I thought you were a weakling coward.
No? Well, we've been together long enough. I think I know the answer to that one.
We both know that. Well, we both know who wears the pants.
Even joking aside, it is
I'm not finished.
difficult to maintain your convictions in the world we live in.
That's just it. I didn't have convictions before I met you. I was a shell. And you reminded me of what I was before that. I don't know if what I feel towards you is love or gratitude, but you made me whole. And I didn't want to die without you knowing that.
If we survive this, we might need to discuss us. I don't want to be someone's pinnacle. I don't want to be held up on a standard for my own actions. I appreciate you telling me, but I don't think I can handle being
Okay, maybe
regarded as more than that, more than a partner, more than a companion.
maybe I'm explaining it wrong, but maybe I'm being a little bit too dramatic, but you reminded me of what it was to be human. And I guess I was just feeling dramatic. I don't.
It's okay. It's okay. This is.
I love you. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
She is silent for a couple of moments because she's just like she's just like, I had a plan for this conversation. Where is it going?
Oh,
And at that, he just hugs you and holds you close.
Yeah, she's like she does return the hug like very quickly, but she's still just kind of in that sort of stunned silence, just like what the who what what's going on? What's happening?
Help! I can word.
There's a few occasions when Lauren has been completely left speechless. One of them was learning about all the different supernatural things that want her dead, and this is another one because it's just like because like she's told Timothy she loves him before, but it's kind of more like the importance of this one of like the night before the operation is like,
Yeah.
I understand the severity of this particular one, and I can't say it back.
Is it the night
Oops.
before, or is it like a couple days prior?
Yeah, it's a little while before.
Okay,
Wait.
yeah, it's
well,
still
I mean,
like,
it's a build up.
Yeah.
It's
it's
Yeah.
close
Yeah,
enough that it's close enough that it's significant, and she's actually realizing like this is her internal monologues of we are marching to our deaths, and I can't say it back.
Womp womp.
And he holds you for a while and goes, "You can't say it back, can you?"
Can't. Because it's.
You don't have to explain yourself. It's enough that you know. And he lets go and walks out of the room.
Yeah, just after he leaves, Lauren will sort of whisper to herself, "Was like, why does this time feel like saying goodbye?" And with that, she's just going to continue practicing with her saber.
Okay, and on that emotional
I
moment.
do. I do want to say, like, after the night, because I feel like Lucy and Jean are not leaving that room for that night.
Oh yeah, no.
Wow, chicka, wow, wow.
But the night after, there is a text like sent to Lauren from Lucy, like, "Hey, can you come in?"
Sure. I will say this is one of the days she's not working. But yeah, she'll head back because I also remember just halfway through the planning, I was like, wait a minute, I have a day job that I do night shifts with.
Yep.
So yeah, this will be just one of the days she's not working. She will actually knock on the door to the workshop first rather than just entering, but she does the knocking and then immediately enters as like I'm not asking for permission, I'm just letting you know I'm here.
Yeah, there's a come in like right as you start knocking.
How did you? No, cameras.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I knew when you were like a mile into the building, or sort of a mile from the building.
What was it you wanted to talk about?
So this is spot number 1. She's as the dog stands up and faces you with a gun barrel through its head.
Oh, so it's like embedded in the mouth, and it's just like.
Yeah, it's between the two sets of cameras.
How many of these did you build?
6.
Too many.
I'm only sending in 5. I'm keeping 1 to myself.
that the one that's fitted with a BB gun so that you can just
No,
Flankers
that's
from
the one
across.
that's fitted with fire rounds.
Okay, so it is basically for dealing with us then.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to pet that one.
Wait, is Jean here as well?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I assume she is.
I wouldn't have stopped her from being there.
Yeah.
Wouldn't or couldn't?
Yes.
I think she could send her for stuff, so she could.
Yeah, I mean, okay, Jean isn't so possessive that she wouldn't be like, she wouldn't respect her partner's space.
You
I
say
mean, she would
that.
hang as close to that as possible,
Okay.
like, or if she needs me. But yeah,
So did you figure out the helicopters, the plan, everything?
Yeah, so the plan for the actual night of the operation will be we will need to make sure we are ready to move within about half an hour of us waking up for the night, because we will need to then relieve the night crew somehow, whether we knock them out and tie them up in their barracks, or if we just keep them occupied for the night. We need to be their replacements. We already have the falsified documents that we are the emergency standby crew in case one of the air crews are unavailable.
Did you get their names? I could have a look into them.
Did we get our names? Did we get
You would have got their names, yeah.
In that case, yeah, she will list off the names of the crew.
I'll have a look, and I mean, worst case, I can just put a hit on them.
I would advise against that specific action. Not
Like I said, worst case.
Hear me out. It's more just they are members of the army. You don't exactly
Yes, like
want
I said,
to
worst
have...
case.
Don't mean to interrupt. Dues check Discord.
Okay.
Right. Anyway, so we will need
I mean, I could also just arrange for them to eat some bad fish. Money goes a long ways, especially when you know, some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like what they search for on the internet.
Okay, I will address that one later.
What? It's freely available information if you pay enough money.
Then it's not free. You're just buying information.
It's available. I don't even have to do anything illegal.
yeah.
Circling back
mean-
around to what we were supposed to be doing in 3 nights' time.
I'm
She's
just
just saying
saying.
presumably a random number between
Yeah.
the end of the operation. So the plan is we wake up for the night, we make our way as quickly as possible to the airfield, to then, and we will need to be in uniform by the time we get there, and we will then have the night shift conveniently unable to take over, so we are the emergency standby. We then relieve the evening shift, we then prepare the helicopter for readiness, and then everything else will be up to Joey.
Right. So about that, I have all the ingredients. I would just like your help on preparing a little something, so that way you guys can exit the helicopter, and then I can make it go boom. Without you guys really having to fight the people in it.
Well, I can definitely lend my skill set to that one. What exactly are you thinking? Are we thinking a time switch? Are we thinking a dead man switch? Are we thinking a trigger that is set off when we open the door when we make our escape?
All of those would require a lot more, well, some rigging. I feel like it would be easier for you guys to install things under someone's seat that they won't check, and then for me to send a very quick text message to a phone that might be inside of the thing that might then.
I mean, if it is any kind of plastic explosive, all we need is a detonator.
I got most of that. The wiring's pretty easy.
When you say, when the moments that those words leave your mouth, Timothy walks in, and in his hands are 2 bricks of C4.
Finally, delivery.
I'm assuming you didn't just walk in here carrying 2 bricks of C4, just walking along the street.
Obviously,
he had them in a pizza box and called them a kebab.
yes.
Literally, no
Fair
one's
enough.
question a guy walking around with a kebab.
That's pretty much. So it's just, that's a hell of a mental image.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not. Anyway, and he goes, "Sorry it took so long. Julian had to make sure it didn't get tracked."
I mean, we're gonna make some extra just to up the oomph, but having the real thing helps.
And he puts the bricks down in front of you.
All right, Lucia. How much flour and diesel do you need?
Need is a strong word. 0. I've bought a tanker, like a full truck.
She actually just pauses for a moment, just like.
It's easier to buy in bulk. They'll notice it less.
Are you planning on demolishing the Palace of Westminster?
If you're thinking napalm, gasoline and packing peanuts would work great.
I'm not thinking napalm.
No, we're going to be mixing it with wheat flour, and it's diesel.
Yeah.
At this point, why don't we just get white phosphorus?
Because
why is everyone here? What the?
It's my club.
Come on,
it's not your.
It's a war crime.
No, this is at Lucia's place.
Yeah, this is Lucia's thing, not your club.
But yeah, so Joey just peeps in through the door, white phosphorus, and then runs away.
And then
someone I was lingering kissing lives next door. That's why I'm nearby.
I don't mean to rush you guys, but Jen wanted to have a scene with Timothy.
I know.
True.
Yeah. So I imagine it's one of those sort of scenes we're doing stuff like last minute checks on the equipment at Joy's place, because I think Ryan wanted you to be part of the scene too.
I think you catch him in the middle of field stripping an AK and cleaning it.
Well,
real quick, just before. Just real quick, just before everyone. I do, like, once we get it, I go. So I think I'm gonna be cooking some flour with stuff. Lauren and I are gonna go do that if you two wanna test the bots.
Well, Lauren is, as you're saying this, Lauren is just putting on like a pair of like heavy duty rubber gloves and putting on a respirator.
You know we don't need the respirator, right? You can just stop breathing.
We don't breathe.
You don't want to set fire to flour in your lungs.
Well, that's why you just stop breathing consciously. Or are you still like unconsciously breathing? That's surprisingly human.
She kind of just sort of like shrugs and is like, force of habit. But she's still got the heavy duty gloves on, and she's like, all right, let's go.
Right.
And as they scamper off.
She tells you like sort of how to play with the drones, and then follows you down, and as you get to the silo, effectively a flour that she bought.
Yeah, the fucking tanker of diesel and the equally absurd tanker of flour.
Yes.
Okay.
She like just gets buckets. Oh, it starts like letting some of it out. So how's things for Tim?
He thinks we're not going to make it.
That would be bad.
Yeah.
Specifically, that was a what if, and that was the if I die, I need to say this. He doesn't think we're gonna die. Just clarifying.
Some part of him does, otherwise he wouldn't have said it.
Mm.
Well, if that does happen, I may have plans that you really won't like. So maybe don't let that happen.
Lauren pauses, looks at the several large buckets of diesel soaked flour around her at this point, and just kind of she puts two and two together and just like, why are you needing several thousand gallons of this stuff?
I don't need them.
What have you got planned?
Let's just say I don't deal with breakups well.
I feel like that's a really good place to just cut over.
Yeah, that's a perfect place to
Yeah.
to switch over.
Do you want me to roll for the explosives? Do you want me to roll for the
Oh
explosives?
yeah, I still need to make a roll for the programming as well.
True. In that case,
You can do that in the after show, I think.
Intelligence technology.
Yeah. Yeah, then we can do rolls in the after show. In that case,
Okay.
Jean and Timothy.
So Timothy grabbed a gun and is like in the middle of fuel stripping and cleaning it.
Be right back to my dinners. Being called for dinner.
Jean comes in and starts spending like a couple of minutes. She doesn't have a lot to do. Like she tries on the armor, at least like a couple of pieces on like the arms and things. Puts on the knuckles and gives it a couple of hits.
And he looks up and goes, "Need help adjusting that?" Promise I won't touch anything.
Sure.
And he walks over and basically does the military check of, tightening straps where they need tightened. If you are still alive, it would probably be a little bit uncomfortable. But since you're dead, it doesn't really affect.
While you're tightening the last strap, she's going to say, "So, are you ready to die?"
If need be. I don't want to die, but if it happens.
You've been around a while, haven't you?
I've been a kindred for 50 years. I don't think I've been Timothy Lockhart for that long.
I'm not going to pretend to know what that means. I guess you haven't really lived up to yourself, which is kind of sad, to be honest.
If I could go back to the point in time when I accepted the gift, the curse, whatever you want to call it, this, I would have said no. I would say no, knowing what I do now.
Oh, that's cute that you got a choice.
I had a choice, and I accepted this. Because at the time I was dying, and he walks back over to the table and starts back up with the cleaning of the gun. Chain smoker for my entire life, lung cancer.
So why do I get a feeling that you don't like any of this?
I have been a soldier for almost the entirety of my own life. Let's just say I've had my fill of death.
Hmm.
But unfortunately, death is the only thing I'm good at.
And I think that's where we end that scene.
No, I have more to do.
I don't know.
That's kind of pathetic. Like, I might not be great, but everything I do to keep the people I care about safe.
You think I don't do the same?
Hmm. You might not realize it, but I am forever playing the big sister.
You may not realize it, but I'm all forever playing the father.
Hmm.
And I failed.
Well,
I failed because I grew a conscience at an inopportune time, because I met a woman who reminded me of what it was like to be human.
hmm.
I don't regret it. I love her for it. I made a choice, and my son died for it.
Hmm.
Not sure if you were in the room, but the reason why I work for Queen Anne and her court is because they hold my leash. And that leash has a name.
Hmm. Have you considered biting the hand that feeds you?
More times than I can fucking count.
Well, if you ever want to step up, give me a shout.
And
Until then, you and Lauren are making it through this. Don't get sentimental or anything, but you're both rather weak. And while I've not been a police officer for a long time, to serve and protect still occasionally rings true. Especially when I get to kill people for it.
Okay, that's where we end the scene.
Wait. And as you're about to leave, Timothy just calls out, "How do you feel about killing a primogen?" And that's where we ended the scene.
Yes. There's Lucia just taking notes.
Lucia isn't in the room.
I know. It's just given what Lucia's job is.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Joy was going to come in as well at some point.
No, what Joey needed to say, you pretty much said.
Okay.
Yeah, he was also going to pretty much tell Timothy to get his head out of his ass and be the soldier.
Okay, then.
And you pretty much said that.
Because we are nearing the end of this chapter, there's a few scenes that I want to have happen. There's short scenes that don't involve the coterie. The first scene we see is of a middle-aged Middle Eastern man in an office. He's gathering up some documents, checking something on his computer, and putting those documents into a briefcase. He then gets up and leaves the office, makes his way through his front room into his hallway, and then goes into another room and goes down into the basement. And we see him look in a room where there are 2 beds. And on those beds are 2 children. And that's where we end the first scene. The second scene is we see a girl, and she is wielding a staff, and she is fighting with someone, or sparring with someone rather, and she is doing some pretty well-practiced moves. She's clearly been doing this. She's clearly trained, and she's young. She and her combatant is also young. There's 2 older people watching and taking notes as the 2 spar. And after a few moments, the boy that she's sparring with just pulls his hand back and gestures. And all of a sudden, the ground just rises up as like a fist of stone tries to punch her. And she dodges barely and gestures herself. And the boy is sent flying out of the little arena they were in. And that's where we end that scene. We see a third scene where we see a third scene where we see an older man. He's getting out of a car and walking towards what looks like a research facility. There's a lot of bright lights, lots of fancy looking technology as he walks into the building. And it looks like bio research. And this older man starts talking to a few people and is then led into a room where we see a bunch of people strapped to beds with something either being drained from them or something being injected into them. We don't know. The next scene is we see a figure approaching somebody, a tall, powerfully built man of Persian descent. And this figure bows low before the Persian man. And he looks up at him and he says something. The Persian man looks angry and just leans forward and says something back. And the final scene, we see a woman that we first saw in Section 0. She walks into a large chamber where there are people seated around a ritual circle. And this time we hear her voice, and she says, "All the pieces are moving as planned. Soon, everything will be in line, and Mithras will be ours. Then the ritual can begin." And that is where we end this episode.
So how would that end up if someone, I don't know, blows up the entire city?
I mean, look, stop trying to ruin my storylines, you meanie.
All I'm saying is Lucian breakups means flipping tables, and sometimes flipping the table means blowing up the city.
That awkward
thing
moment
is-
when.
Well, wait, let's save that conversation to the after show.
yeah. That's a good
Yes. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. I've been News with Dan. These have been a collection of nerds, and we appreciate you sticking with us.
Bye.
If you've enjoyed
Bye.
the show, if you have enjoyed the show, be sure to check us out. We're live every Sunday at 2 p.m. BST. And you can find us on YouTube and on Discord if you want to come along and discuss the show, or just be nerds with all the other nerds there. Or, last point, the music you heard at the beginning of the show was by the wonderful Miracle of Sound. He's fantastic. Check him out. And if you think we are deserving of money, you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/The Explorers Lead. I think that's everything. All the
I mean,
show.
I'm gonna second the Miracle Sound thing. Like, I've been listening to him for decades, and it's so good.
Yeah,
Like,
he's fantastic.
Okay.
Thank you everyone for watching. Bye.
Have a great day.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.